In this series of video, we're going to compare 7 budget bookshelf speakers. So here we have all of them, and we will quickly cover up, briefly look at the appearance and the connections and the quality of build, and then we will do sound comparison individually so that you will have some idea how they sound, even though the microphone may not tell you the exact sound, but it will give you a rough idea how they compare side by side. And for the comparison purpose, we use this Pioneer EBS-73. It is a Atmos enabled speaker, compatible speaker. So we can remove the front cover to start with. You can see it looks like a two-way, but actually three-way speaker with a 5¼ woofer and 4-inch mid-range, and with a coaxial 1-inch tweeter in the center. So this is the nice thing. I really like it. So I modified the crossover to make it even more flat in terms of frequency response. And the top is the same thing as this one, is for Atmos use. The build quality of this is pretty solid, but for the original retail price, I believe it's $800 per pair. I think it's a little bit overpriced, even though the component used is very high quality. But if you compare the other ones, the most expensive one from Amazon was about $300 at the end. But however, I bought this used for about $200. So, you know, that's pretty much bring everything under $300. And the cheapest one, of course, is this small bookshelf. You can see it's much smaller than the other ones, much lighter. So it'll be more suitable for like a small room, like a dorm, or even a computer desk and that kind of application. We can open this up. So the nice thing is this is a Klipsch R-41M. So 41 means they use a 4-inch woofer and a 3/4-inch tweeter with the horn. The nice thing is this grill, the cover is magnet. So this is preferred. You can see the build quality is quite nice. And I think late last year you can get it about $80 per pair from Costco. Now probably about $100 per pair, but still it's quite cheap compared with the other one with the series. So this one, I think if you really on a budget, you should consider this speaker. And the quality, you can see the build is really nice. The connection, the base port, reflection port, and you can also hook it up on the wall using a screw or nail kind of hang on the wall. And the third one is the Pioneer BS-22. This one is very well reviewed. Again, it's designed by Andrew June. So similar to this one. This is the Elite, also designed by Andrew June. This is designed by Andrew June as well. But this is much cheaper. I think it's about $150 per pair, but they go on sale frequently for probably about $80 per pair. So So very much similar cost as this Klipsch. And again, the woofer is 4-inch woofer, 1-inch tweeter. So the tweeter is bigger than this one. Build quality is okay. Of course, it's lighter than its big brother. This is much heavier. The construction, both are curved, but if you knock the cabinet, this is much more solid. You hear the hollow sound, so meaning it's much thinner. The front baffle also, this is much solid. So, but the price is totally in different range. So this is, a lot of people like it a lot, and it's designed by Andrew Jones, who designed lots of speakers, actually, nice speakers. But it's, if you look at the other video, I modified this Elite speaker, you will see that nothing is perfect in this industry, especially to your own ears. The frequency response is not really nice and flat. So I modified this one to achieve the best result. So similarly, this one, I think it's good, but it's not perfect. So we'll compare side by side with the other ones. And the fourth one is also a low-cost speaker. It's the Sony SS-CS5. Retail, I think, also about $150 per pair, but people can get them for under $100 per pair. So this is, really a nice budget speaker, and with a nice grill. The construction is okay, comparable to this Pioneer. And you see the woofer is bigger. This is 5.25-inch woofer. And it's kind of 3-way. So this one is more dedicated beyond 2000 hertz. And this is crossover beyond the, I think 10,000 or 16,000 hertz. So this is called super tweet. So you need very good ear to hear this one. 1-inch, half an inch, and this is a 5.25-inch. Nice little speaker. The construction is okay, consider the cost. Again, the port. You see all of them are very much bass reflect from the rear port, except those Waferdale. I'll introduce a little bit more on that one later. And the binding post seems to be slightly higher quality than these two. Looks more solid. So a little bit hollow, but for the price, I think this is what you're going to get very much. So the sound is more important. So later on, let's focus on the sounding of these speakers. And the next one come up is the Caf Q150. This is also very well reviewed. And the Caf is famous for coaxial speaker structure. And that's I really like. I listened, these are budget, but I listened many high-end speakers, and you can easily fall in love with the coaxial because they are like a kind of a point source, and give you much better imaging and sound stage. So it's totally different sounding. So that's why, based on these kind of speakers, I actually modified the Pioneer. That's the reason. And this again is a 5.25-inch woofer with a coaxial three-quarter coaxial tweeter. This one you can probably have about 300 a pair. Caf speakers are quite expensive. I think retail maybe about 500. So you can on Amazon you can buy them for 300 also. Construction is better You see it's longer, but it's sound more solid. So, and the Caf that doesn't come with a grill speaker cover. And the bass reflect, also better quality. You see these are very much plastic stuff. Even this one. So this is also plastic, but it looks more solid construction. Binding post is nice quality, and the construction is okay. And the next one is the Waferdale Diamond 220. So nice little speaker. Again, the woofer is 5¼ inch. Very nice construction. Piano black paint in the front panel. The rest is very much the veneer, but this looks like a higher quality build. And the uniqueness is the port reflection is on the bottom. You see the gap. There's a round port internally and shoot the air down and spread it through these gaps. So the good thing is they're not sensitive to placement against the wall because the bass is coming from these gaps all around all directions. And the grill also unique. Is you can remove them individually. So this is the woofer again, 5¼ inch, and you can put them back. They kind of loose, so I'm afraid they could vibrate off. And this is a tweeter. So the tweeter, you see, it looks like there's a mid-range coax structure, but actually it's not. This is just a waveguide. It's solid. So this is a real tweeter in the center. It's a 1-inch tweeter. So this is the Diamond 220. Waferdale is a very cost-effective speaker. They are priced very reasonably and build very high quality. If you look at if you open it up, you look at the woofer. These woofer are made by cast aluminum frame, while the others, most of them are steel, like a stamped steel. So this is, the component quality definitely is higher. This one you can have probably around $200 on Amazon. I think retail maybe $400 or whatever. Now probably hard to get, but if you look, probably you can still get one of these. This is the newer version, the Diamond 11.2. So it's in white color. It's also coming in black. Somehow I choose the white. So the idea is this one, you see, it's magnet speaker grill. This is nice. And 1-inch tweeter. This is a 6.5-inch woofer. So this should definitely give you more bass. Later on we can hear whether or not this gives you more bass. It looks like a face plug here, but actually not. It's just a dust cover. So it's not a true face plug, but will give you similar effect of a face plug. This is a piano white, kind of a polished front panel with veneer kind of a white. And again, we forgot to look at this binding post. The Diamond 220 looks like you can buy wire it. Very nice binding post, very high quality, shiny, gold plated. And then the new version, actually, they just use a traditional single wire input. The construction of the 11.2 definitely very, very solid, and the curvature will help the cabinet resonance. There's no port on these, and again, the bass reflexes come out from the gap underneath. So there's a round port shooting down onto this bottom plate, and the air come out from this gap. So that's very much all the speakers we have here, and later on I will play them one by one, and you can hear the difference by itself. And again, the last one, it retails about $500 or $600. So I purchased on Amazon for $300. So I think you can get these for $300. Most expensive, $300. And the Caf is $300. This is $200. This is more like $100, $100, and this is a used one bought for about $200. So these are all under $300, you can see. And the reason I pick a bookshelf is that through this bookshelf comparison, you actually can tell the manufacturer themselves. And later on, if you want to do floor standing, you know which brand you will like. Because this is more like a lower cost experiment for you to go through. Because if a manufacturer cannot design properly a bookshelf speaker, then it will be almost impossible for them to do a good floor standing speaker. So this is very good starting point, relatively cheap for you to start. And once you know which brand you like, and later on you can basically proceed with those brands if you want a bigger speaker, floor standing or three-way or whatever. So to start with bookshelf, I think it makes a lot of sense for everyone. Thank you. So just stay tuned